In this video, I'm taking you along on a day trip to Nanaimo, BC, a charming little city on Vancouver Island that is packed with adventure and stunning views. From the ferry ride to exploring the waterfront, it was a full day of discovering new places, eating some awesome food, and soaking in the island vibes. But things didn't go as planned, as always, so stay tuned to find out. It all started with me taking the bus at 4 a.m. in the morning. I am out in downtown at the moment and it's empty. I have never been to downtown this early before, and it's crazy to see how empty it can be. So I had a bit of a wait, about 30 minutes for the bus that would take me from downtown Vancouver all the way to Horseshoe Bay Ferry Terminal in North Vancouver. I had already bought my ferry tickets online, which I definitely recommend if you're planning to take the ferry too. Once the ticket was scanned, they handed me the ferry pass and it was time to head down the hallway towards the waiting area. You could see the boats docked in the distance and cars slowly lining up, loading onto the ferry one by one. Finally, it was time to board the ferry for the very first time. Nanaimo is an island which is just like Gibson's and Bowen Island, where you have to take the ferry in order to get there. So in order to get a ferry, you can either get to the Horseshoe Bay Ferry Terminal just outside of North Vancouver, or you can go down to Delta or Tuason and take the ferry over there. After about an hour and a half, we finally arrived in Nanaimo. Nothing too special along the way, but soaking in those sunrise views made the journey worth it. Okay, so my plan was to get off the ferry and then go to this cute little cafe that everyone is recommending on Reddit, but I think I accidentally took the wrong bus. So right now I just get off that bus and then now I need to go and get on another bus, and that was gonna add another about 20 minutes extra to get to the cafe. So yeah, good start. Anyway, I decided to walk onto the town to grab some breakfast. It was around 9 a.m. on a Saturday and the streets were pretty quiet. Not so much traffic yet, which was so nice to walk around, and is also the perfect time to go and grab some breakfast. Breakfast done, I was supposed to go to Mount Benson, which is a bit further than I expected, and I thought there's going to be a bus stop for it, but if you were to take the bus, you need to take the bus all the way up to a point, and then from there onwards also you have to like walk, which doesn't make sense to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a park, but I'm just gonna be walking from here all the way to the park. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment sections below, because this is something new to me. I haven't tried like vlogging whenever I'm going outside of the city to a new place, but there's a few places in my mind that I want to go try and visit sometime in the future, and I would definitely try to make a video out of it. Yeah, people out here is super nice. Like, there's something I have seen so far, especially coming from Vancouver, is that everyone is super nice, they're smiling, and then it's just a different vibe. Then I continued to walk around until I ended up at the Nanaimo harbor. Nanaimo being on an island, it's no surprise that you see so many boats and yachts around. It's pretty much the only way that you can get to the mainland. There's this awesome walkway along the seawall where you get to check out downtown Nanaimo while you walk around. Next stop was the Old City Quarter. Just a little uphill from downtown, it is a lively area where you will find all kinds of local shops and boutiques. The Old City Quarter is known for its mix of revitalized heritage buildings and newer developments, giving it that perfect blend of old charm and modern vibe. Finally, it was time to get what I came to Nanaimo for, a Nanaimo bar, of course. My plan was to take the bus and go to the park up the hill until, well, I wasn't paying attention again and I missed the stop again. To my surprise, I actually ended up at the Vancouver Island University. I didn't realize the bus would take me all the way here, but as someone who loves exploring universities, I wasn't complaining. It turned out there was an open house that day, so the place was absolutely buzzing with activity. But by now it was around 1 p.m. and I had been walking since 7 a.m., so I decided it was time to take a break. One thing for certain is that I'm not having a good time with the buses in the city today. Like, I have missed 3 or 4 stops so far. I have gotten into 2 or 3 wrong buses so far. I just missed another stop. Yep, it happened again. Anyway, I finally made it to the park that I've been trying to get to, which is called the Colliery Dam Park. Another tourist I met along the way recommended it, and it turns out it's a dog park, so there were a lot of dogs and their owners hanging around. I walked a few trails, soaked in the nature, and by the time it was around 5 p.m., so I figured it was time to head back to downtown. Okay, so it's about 6:15 in the afternoon, and I am right now on the beach enjoying my Nanaimo bar, which I wanted to enjoy the whole day but didn't get some time. But right now I have some time, so I'm just waiting for my bus to take me to the ferry terminal. So yeah, what do I think about Nanaimo? Generally, I like it a lot. I think as a city, especially in one of these island cities like Gibson's, Nanaimo, or even Bowen Island, I think they all have this laid-back, relaxed lifestyle, which most of the BC cities do. So I think if you enjoy that kind of lifestyle, Nanaimo is a good choice for you as long as you are fine with living on the island and taking the ferry if you want to go to Lower Mainland, which is Vancouver. But the standout thing for me was the people. They were very refreshing. They're always like super positive and super alive. At least in my experience, like all the people that I talked to, they all have been very positive towards me, which was something, as I said, very refreshing. Then it was time to head back to the ferry and go home. Quick update, I missed the last bus to the ferry, meaning I'm gonna have to walk again. I was so frustrated that I even posted about it on my Instagram. I ended up walking about an hour just to get to the ferry terminal. Luckily, I made it just in time for the last ferry leaving Nanaimo. Once we docked in Vancouver, I took an Uber straight home. So that was my daily trip Nanaimo in BC. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you all very, very soon.